The WOW signal, the 72-second message from space we still can't explain.
August 15th, 1977, 11:16 p.m. Part 1. The Night of the Signal. We've been pointing our antennas at the stars for over half a century, just listening for a whisper in the static, some sign we aren't alone out there. And for the most part, the cosmos has given us absolutely nothing but cold, empty silence. But tonight, the Big Ear Radio Telescope in Ohio is staring blindly into the void. It doesn't move. It simply lets the Earth's rotation sweep its massive gaze across the sky. Inside the dark control room, a computer is quietly printing out numbers. It looks like routine data. Just days of normal, everyday cosmic background noise. But hidden inside that paper trail, astronomer Jerry Ekman is about to find an absolutely impossible transmission.
Okay, let's dive into this. What you're looking at is the actual N50CH computer printout from that night. And this isn't random, it's a precise measure of signal intensity. The numbers 1 through 9 measure the normal background noise of space. But right here in the middle, the signal spikes so hard the computer literally runs out of numbers. It has to switch to letters. 6, E, Q, U, J, 5. That U right in the dead center? That proves the signal was a massive 30 sigma above the background noise. We're talking 30 times louder than the vacuum of space. Eamon grabbed a red pen, circled the sequence, and wrote a single word: wow.
Part 2. Anatomy of an anomaly. So what exactly was it? We have to treat this scientific data like vital clues in a cosmic cold case, a case that is still baffling the world's brightest astronomers to this very day.
1420.726 megahertz. Look at this exact number. This is not some random glitch. It is not static. It's an anomaly carved with surgical precision right into the radio spectrum. And honestly, it is chillingly specific.
So, the crucial point is, why this number? Well, 1420 megahertz is known as the hydrogen line. It's the precise electromagnetic frequency created by neutral hydrogen atoms, which happen to be the most abundant element in the entire universe. Now, here on Earth, it's an internationally protected band. Literally, no one is allowed to broadcast on it. Why? Because astronomers consider it the universal calling channel. It is the exact frequency scientists believe an intelligent alien civilization would choose if they wanted to communicate across the dark expanse of space.
Let's just look at the facts for a second. The signal was terrifyingly perfect. It was incredibly narrow, well under 10 kilohertz wide. It lasted for exactly 72 seconds. It hit an unprecedented 30 sigma intensity. And perhaps most importantly, it was a perfect match to the Big Ear antenna's beam profile. So what does that actually mean? It means the signal perfectly mimicked a distant stationary point in deep space. It rose and fell exactly as a star would as it passed overhead.
Part 3. Interrogating the suspects. So, we have an impossible signal. Now, we interrogate the suspects. Like a detective working a crime scene, we have to methodically cross off earthly and natural phenomena.
Could it be a secret military aircraft? Maybe a satellite in orbit? Let's contrast the data. Human technology in orbit is fast-moving. It broadcasts across a really broad band of frequencies. But the WOW signal? It held a fixed, completely unmoving position in the constellation Sagittarius. And it was perfectly narrow. The physics here completely rule out terrestrial interference. Our own technology simply could not have faked this.
Part 4. New clues, false leads. As the decades pass, the tension only grows. We shift to modern investigations, and new clues emerge, but they almost always turn into false leads. The scientific debate remains fiercely divided.
Back in 2017, a theory actually made global headlines. Antonio Paris suggested that a pair of comets passing through that region of space emitted a hydrogen cloud that caused the signal. But the SETI community, they quickly struck it down. Listen to Robert Dixon from Ohio State SETI. He stated outright, nobody in the field believes the comet explanation is correct. Comets simply cannot produce the massive, concentrated amount of hydrogen radiation required to create a signal this powerful. It's a total dead end.
And this brilliantly illustrates where the investigation stands right now. In 2024, astronomer Abel Mendez made a stunning breakthrough. By analyzing archival data from the Arecibo telescope, his team uncovered these: WOW2 and WOW3. They are dimmer, but they're very similar signals, and they correspond directly to cold clouds of atomic hydrogen floating right here in our galaxy.
This discovery leads us to something called the superradiant hypothesis. It's a potential natural culprit, and here's how it works. Step 1, a massive flare from a dead, highly magnetic star, a magnetar, strikes a cold hydrogen cloud. Step 2, the hydrogen atoms are violently excited all at once. Step 3, they emit a rare, natural laser-like burst called a hydrogen maser. It is a delicate, completely unprecedented physical phenomenon. The catch? An event like this has never actually been observed in space at this frequency.
Part 5. The silence that followed. Because the deepest mystery isn't just the origin of the signal. It's the absolute silence that followed. Despite decades of listening, the truth remains entirely obscured in the dark.
It remains an isolated event. Over 4 decades of observation, millions of hours of listening with our most powerful telescopes, and nothing. It lasted exactly 72 seconds, and it never came back. It leaves the natural maser theory entirely unproven, and it leaves our skies completely silent.
A ghost in the data? An unprecedented natural laser? Or a brief whisper from a civilization in Sagittarius? We are still listening. What do you think sent it?